Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Science of Every Bite. I'm Swala Ihenetu. I'm a food scientist, and today we are looking at the foods in the future. Now, we have seen a lot of dramatic changes over time. Think of it. When transportation started, we moved from cats and horses to cars. Now we hear flying vehicles. Also moved to airplanes and helicopters as well, and communication as well, from telegrams and post offices to wired telephones, to mobile phones, to voice calls, to video calls, and so much transformation and advancement has taken place. So what about the foods that we eat? Foods in the future, there will not be alien foods, definitely. There will be foods that we are familiar with, but what will be so different will be in the production, the processing, the packaging, the delivery of those foods. Foods that will trend in the not so distant future and even now are things like precision foods. Precision foods are just foods that are on a specific assignment. They are foods that are designed to deliver a particular nutritional value to a specific demography. For instance, let's pick the elderly demography. The elderly demography, one of their major nutritional needs is calcium. So we have, let's say, a jar of oat milk that has been produced and extra fortified with calcium just to meet that specific nutritional value. So that's an example of a precision food. So we'll be seeing a lot more of that in the coming days. Another thing that will trend is things like plant-based alternatives. We'll be using a lot of for environmental sustainability and all that. So we'll be seeing a lot of plant-based alternatives with products produced with oats, produced with soy, produced with nuts and seeds. So we'll be seeing a lot of plant alternatives. Another thing that will trend will be things like protein alternatives. How to get protein outside of animal sources. So things like how to get protein outside of cows, goat's meat, fishes, and all that. So we have things that will trend, will be things like worms, even insects. Oh yes, we'll still be eating a lot of insects. But ironically, in southern Nigeria, there is a community that have been eating insects for a long time. In fact, it's called winged termites. Those insects, a lot of them come out during the rainy season, and they are actually quite nutritious, high in protein, high in iron. I think it's called ako winged termites in southern Nigeria, the Imo states, the Igbo tribe. Then another thing that will trend will be things like worms. And that also has been trending a lot in Niger Delta region of Nigeria. In fact, in Niger Delta region of Nigeria, there's what we call the edible worms. It's called Bayelsa suya. And those worms are very rich in protein. They are very rich in zinc. They are very rich in iron. They are very rich in calcium. So the Africa continent has actually been living in the future. So in things like insects and worms, we are going to trend in a lot in the coming days for protein alternatives. Other things like single cell proteins, algae for protein sources will also be in the market space. So we have our smart homes. It's a smart world. We have our smart homes, our smartphones, our smart wristwatches. So we'll definitely have our smart foods. So just look at this like an analogy. We have the normal phones and we have the smartphones. So your normal phones, is very basic functions. They send text messages, receive calls, make calls. But your smartphone is so versatile. So you can use it for internet connectivity, video calls. It's like some smartphones are like mobile laptops. So the same thing with the food. So normal traditional foods are for protein, carbohydrates, fats and oils and all that. But we have the smart foods which provide a lot more. They don't just provide all those macronutrients and all that. They do so much more in the body. So those are your smart foods. So under the smart foods, we have things like your functional foods. For instance, let's give an example. Oats. We know that oats is a complex carbohydrate. It provides things like fiber. But oats as a smart food contains what we call beta-glucan, which is very good for the heart health. Let's give another example. We have things like spices like turmeric, ginger, and all that. They are very good for flavor. Their traditional role is for flavor, to add flavor to the food. But their smart roles is that they are very rich in antioxidants. So these are the differences. So smart foods will trend, functional foods will trend in the coming days. So another interesting thing that has happened is our food pyramid. Now we know our traditional food pyramid looks like this, with the base of carbohydrates, pastries, and all that. But now our food pyramid looks like this. So now what is de-emphasized are refined carbohydrates, and what is emphasized is proteins, vegetables, fruits. Those are the things that are emphasized in the new pyramid. So I want to get your take on this new pyramid. What do you think? What do you think about it? So give your opinion on in the comment section below. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me till the end. I will see you again here next week. Bye for now.